it also comes during a current state visit. We're seeing King Charles being hosting the German president in the UK. What will Buckingham Palace make of Harry's comments on that show?
I mean, you just talked about the current state visit. The palace put significant effort into a major state visit for President Trump to support diplomatic relations. And frankly, it's a slap in the face to President Trump as well, this little appearance, considering he agreed to ease up on Harry's immigration situation because of his personal respect and friendship with King Charles. So I think that Harry has put himself in a difficult position. I don't think this was cute. I don't think it was funny. If anything, this moment underscores that there is no path back for Harry. For those insisting he could still bring a value or is a valuable asset to the British royal family, he's just proved what a liability he is.
You say there, Kinsey, he's a liability. You know, this proves it when we watch him on the show. Why do you think he's doing it? Do you think that Prince Harry is desperate for fame and to make way in the US? They've been trying to be in the spotlight, him and his wife, Meghan. What is this all about? What is his aim here?
I think Meghan's objective has always been fame, but no one in the family is in regular contact with Harry. To me, this felt like lashing out, you know, and if his attempt at humor also wins him a little goodwill with Colbert's dwindling audience, that's simply a bonus for him. But I also think it shows a cold lack of empathy. You know, Harry going ahead with this skit while Thomas Markle is gravely ill reads as callous. I don't think that's something his mother would have ever done. And I don't know if you remember this, but Colbert accused Prince Harry's brother, Prince William, of an affair back in 2024 when the Princess of Wales secretly had cancer. Colbert did a monologue that deeply upset both the Prince and Princess of Wales. The woman he accused of having the affair with Prince William threatened to sue him. You know, and Prince William and Catherine were in such a difficult position at that time, under immense pressure, quietly navigating Catherine's cancer diagnosis and trying to protect their children from fear or confusion. And there's Colbert in the States, you know, stirring the pot. I think it shows an extreme lack of loyalty from Harry. And don't forget CBS, who Harry almost exclusively works with in the States, the same media entity, the only media entity in the United States of America to show images of Princess Diana dying in the back of her vehicle.
So what does this now mean for the royal family and Prince Harry? We've been speaking about this ever since Brexit did happen and they left the family and they've tried to make their way. Do you think that we heard these rumours of possible, you know, relations getting a little bit better? Do you think that's now all done and dusted and we won't ever see Harry back in the fold?
I would be shocked if Prince Harry were invited to a King William coronation. My prediction is that the last time they will ever see one another will be at their father's deathbed. You know, Harry just continues to dig the hole deeper. And I don't know who's advising him, but I would suggest in 2026, they clear house and they find some people with actual authority, because I feel like 2025 has been such an embarrassment of a year for Harry and Meghan. Keep in mind, this is the Colbert shoot is on a stop back from a Hilton Toronto, where the pay-to-play prince was talking to self-made real estate investors about how to be a leader and how to live a life of service. So for a fee, this guy will show up at a birthday party or an opening of a Walmart, apparently. I think that this has been a terrible year for them. And I don't think they've inched anywhere closer to any sort of reconciliation with the British royal family.
And it's interesting because you said maybe they need people to advise him who are a bit better, but they do seem to go through staff pretty quickly. But Kinsey, Harry features on Meghan's Christmas special on Netflix. It's had the not so best reviews so far, once again putting it politely. Do you think there's still an appetite for the Sussexes in the US, across the world, on these big networks?
I don't. There's a real lack of self-awareness that we're kind of over when it comes to Harry and Meghan. Some of my favorite headlines, The Standard said, absolutely do not try any of these crafts or recipes at home unless you also want to have a nervous breakdown. The Independent said, not fun, enjoyable, or even aspirational. The Guardian stressing, take anti-nausea pills, she's back. And The Telegraph calling it joyless and fake. I do think that we've had our fill, and that, watching a car crash can only keep you engaged for so long. At some point, you've got to move down the road and let it go. I think that the morbid curiosity is expiring with these two.
And I also just wanted to ask you, you touched on it a little bit earlier for us, Kinsey, but we're hearing reports that Meghan's father is indeed in poor health. Do you have any more information about this?
That's right. Thomas Markle is in intensive care after emergency surgery, according to his son, Thomas Markle Jr. He was undergoing scans, and the doctor said his life was in imminent danger. We know he needs another surgery for a blood clot. And Thomas Jr. telling friends and family he's afraid this is his last Christmas with his father. So it would be the kind and gracious thing for Meghan to pick up the phone and potentially reconnect with her dad while she's trying to push this familyless Christmas special on Netflix.
Kinsey Schofield, thank you so much for joining us and for speaking to me.